Today we'll be starting our basic experiment with how to find the node voltages and branch currents. So using KVL and KCL. So, so this is already known to us. So we'll just verify with the tool, right? So we know how to apply KCL and KVL equations and how to calculate those node voltages and branch currents. So we'll calculate automatically first, then we'll use some simulation tool, circuit simulation tool, and we'll build the circuit and we'll verify whether our results, what we got from our mathematical expressions, whether that is matching or not. So that we will verify using a circuit simulation tool. So have you installed any circuit simulation tool in your laptops? Maybe like multisim, something like
Yes,
that.
sir. We have multi-sim, sir.
Yes, sir, we have.
Okay, so then you are aware of how to use multisim and all. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ah. Yeah.
We use logic gates and all, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So we'll start with the basics. Then, whenever we require, so what are all the analysis? So if any further analysis required, like how to do transient analysis, how to do ASD analysis. So if those experiments comes, then I will explain you how to do all those analysis and how to plot the graphs and all. Okay. So let us start with the basics. We are using online version. Okay, no problem. Okay. So is my tab is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, fine. So I hope you are aware of what is KCL and KVL. Can anyone define? So what are the KCL and KVL laws?
KCL is Kirchhoff's current law, sir, which means that sum of all the currents coming towards the junction is equal to all the currents going away from the junction.
Okay.
And KVL is Kirchhoff's voltage law, which means that sum of all the voltages in a closed circuit is zero.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Okay. So let us check one very simple circuit. So this is my the simple resistive T network. So let us say this is so let us say this is 100 ohm. And so we'll take, for simplicity, we'll take all values are 100 ohms. Let us say this is R1. R2 and R3. Right. So let us say this is 1 volt. And this source is also 1 volt. So now I'm interested in. So what is node voltage? This node voltage V and this branch currents. So let us say this is I1 and this is I2 and this one I3. So this is plus minus. So this we can solve using either KCL or KVL. So which will go? Is it visible, right? My screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let us do with KVL first. Then we'll do with KCL. Right. So what KVL says? So the algebraic sum of voltages in a closed loop is equal to 0. Right. So here we are having 3 loops. Sorry, how many loops? Okay, 2 loops. So one loop is this one. So V1, R1, R3. And one more loop. So voltage source, let us say this is V2 and this is V1. So one more loop, V2, R2, R3. Right. So just for differentiation, so let us write this is the loop current I dash. So this is my second loop current I double dash. Right. Now, how to write KVL equations? Anyone? For the first loop, that is loop V1, R1, R3. This loop. Can anyone say what is the voltage equation here in this loop?
So 1 minus
1
minus
yeah
100 into I1.
100 into I1 or I dash. I1 is branch current. Which one you need to write? I1 or I dash?
Sir, what is I dash, sir?
So I dash, here I am assuming this entire loop, the current is something like I dash. Or okay, whatever you are saying that you tell. So we'll see it later. 100 into 100 into I1. Right. Okay, next.
Plus 100 into I2.
100 into I2.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Minus 1 volt.
100 into I2 minus 1.
Oh, yes, sir. I2 also. I2 minus 1.
Like this you are saying I2 minus 1. Is this one?
Yes, sir.
Is it correct?
Sir, he's saying with the bigger loop, sir, the larger one.
Yeah, I am asking about first loop. Yeah, okay, then this is not correct. Then what is the correct one? So let me erase this part. Okay. So I'm asking about only one loop, V1, R1, R3, this loop. So what is that loop equation? I'm interested in only this loop. Voltage source V1, R1 resistance, R3 resistance.
1 minus 100 I1 minus 100 I3 equal to 0.
Yes, 1 minus 100
100
I1.
I1
Yeah.
minus 100 I3
Minus
equal to 0.
100 I3 equal to 0. Fine. So this equal to 0. Okay. So now see here, if you observe this loop, so V1 equal to 100 I1 minus 100 I3 equal to 0. And in addition to I1, I2, I3, I have wrote two more currents, I dash and I double dash. So here what I'm assuming is in this first loop, that means V1, R1, R3, in this loop, the current is I dash. So this I'm assuming, right? So now how can I write this expression? So let us write, I'll bring this to right hand side. So then 100. If you see here, what I'm assuming this loop current. So this loop current, entire current is something like I dash. This is what I have assumed. So now if you observe the current through I1 and this loop current I dash, obviously these two are same. So then I1 will be equal to your loop current I dash equal to, sorry, minus 100, sorry, this will become plus 100 I dash into what is I3 current? See here I'm assuming two loop currents. So here in this loop current is I dash, in the second loop current is I double dash, and that two both are flowing in the same direction. So this is the direction what I have assumed. So then what is I3? So that will be the total current. So the current what I am assuming in the first loop I dash and the current that is flowing in the second loop. Since this 100 ohm is common to both the loops, we have to add up these two currents, right? We have to take algebraic sum, right? So now what will be the expression? 1 equal to, so 200 I dash plus 100 I double dash. 200 I dash plus 100 I double dash. So this is for loop 1. So if we write for same loop 2, so if you see here, this is a symmetric structure. So what is the expression that we are getting here? Same expression you will get here. So if you want, so we'll get 100 I dash plus 200 I double dash. So this is for second loop. So now what I want to know, if I want to calculate this branch currents. So if you see here, so this I1 current is equal to the loop current I dash, and here this I2 is equal to the loop current I2, sorry, I2 is I double dash, and finally I3 is the algebraic sum I dash plus I double dash. So this we want to have, right? If I want to calculate these branch currents, I should know I dash, I double dash. So if these two are there, I can calculate all these three currents. Okay. Then how to solve this expression? So one is by multiplying some constant and then removing one variable. So that is one technique. Another technique, so what I want to use is a simple Cramer's rule, right? So can anyone say like how to apply Cramer's rule for solving this linear equation?
Like we'll create a matrix with elements 200, 100, 100, and 100 with variables I dash and I double dash,
Okay.
and then we'll equate it to a matrix 1, 1.
Yeah. Fine. Correct. So you need to frame the matrix as something like this, right? So how many equations we need to solve? So you need to solve two equations and two variables. So then so all these are the coefficients of this variable. So we need to write in the respective positions. like this: 200, 100, then 100, 200, and this is I dash, and this is I double dash, and these are the constant values at the RHS 1, right? Okay. So now how to calculate I dash by using Cramer's rule? Right? So I think you are aware of this,
Yes, sir.
delta 1 by delta, and if you want to calculate I double dash, delta 2 by delta. So just calculate and tell me what will be the I1 and I2. So what is this del? Del is the determinant of this matrix, right? So let us say this is A, right? The matrix determinant that will give del. So if you want to del, similarly, if you have delta 2, replace this second column with the constant matrix. Right? So calculate what is I1, sorry, what is I dash and what is I double dash. Otherwise, first tell me what is delta value, delta 1, delta 2.
Delta 1 is a determinant of that matrix we work, sir.
Yes, sorry.
Delta is a determinant of the matrix that we got. 200,
Yeah,
100,
yeah.
and
Yeah. How much? How much is that?
3 into
So
10
you
power
into the
4.
matrix once.
3 power 4, sir.
Yeah, 3 into 10 power 4. Then delta 1. I think delta 1 is 100, right? Then delta 2 also will be 100. So have you got these values? Delta is 3 into 10 power 4. Delta 1 is 100. Delta 2 is also 100. So any other values you got? I think row number 43 has given, sir, I dash, I double dash equal to 1 by 300 and I3 equal to 2 by 300. Yes, correct, correct. So what is this I dash? So 1 by 300. So if I write in the milliamps, how much it is? So convert this into milliamp. How much you'll get? Yeah, you can type in chat box also. Yes. So 3.33 milliamp. So both I double dash and I dash, both are same. So with this we got all the values. So branch current I1 equal to I2 equal to 3.33 milliamps. And the current I3 will be 6.66 milliamps. Now what is the node voltage V? So we are having one more thing. node voltage. So what is this node voltage? How much it is? So obviously I3 into R3, right? So I3 we know, R3 we know. How much you'll get? So you'll get something like 0.667 volt, right? This is the value what you got. Is this is fine? So is it clear how to apply
Yes, sir.
our KVL equations and how to calculate the branch currents and node voltages? Right. Okay. So now again we will take this same circuit. Now we will apply KCL expression at the nodes. Then we will calculate again the same branch currents and node voltages. Right. So let us take same 100 ohms. So here, how many nodes we are having? So only one node. So let us say that value is V, the node voltage V. So while applying KCL, it is up to you how you are assuming. So I'm assuming all are leaving currents. Or one may assume like, so you'll be having one entering current and remaining all are leaving currents. So let us say this is node. So one entering current, all are leaving currents. So like that you can assume, or otherwise all are leaving currents or all are entering currents. So that is up to you. So here I am assuming all are leaving currents, right? So this current is I1, this current is I2, and this is I3, right? So now I want to apply KCL at that node, right here. So what is KCL says? So the algebraic sum of currents at a particular node is 0, or sum of entering currents equal to sum of leaving currents. So that's what we know, right? So here I am assuming all are leaving currents. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. So what is I1 here? How to write I1? Yes, how to write I1 current? I1 is the branch.
Minus I1 by R1.
Yes, so let us say this is R1, R2, and this is R3. So V minus V1. So V1 is here in our example, that is 1 volt. R1 is 100. Similarly, I2. So V minus V2. So that also 1 volt. Then again by 100 and V by 100. So this current I3. So now if we calculate what is that node voltage, so this will be 3V. If we solve 3V minus 2 equal to 0, we will get V equal to 2 by 3. So again, we got this value as 0.667 volt. So right. So this is what we got. So even with the KVL, we have observed that node voltage is 0.667. So if you apply this KCL Then also we got this node voltage as 0.667. So we got this node voltage. Just substitute this value here, V minus 1 by 100 and V minus 1 by 100 and V by 100. So we'll get all the currents. Then that currents will be equal, right? What we have calculated before, right? Is it clear up to now? So any doubt how to write KCL? Right? Is it clear up to now? Any doubts? Okay. So now hello. Hello, some disturbance is there. Hello. Hello. Here. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I heard some noise. So just ask him to mute. Okay. So up to now, any doubts? So how to apply this KCL and KVL equations and how to calculate the currents and node voltages? Right. So let us build this circuit in a circuit simulator and then we'll see. Just a moment. I think you are aware of this multi-sim tool, right? So let us build our circuit, what we have taken here. So I'll be taking this resistance. I'll take generic value. So I think you are aware of all these basic components and how to get, right? So if you want, I can. So if you see in this menu bar, here you will be having all these basic sources. So this is your power sources, and these are basic resistors, diodes, right? So all the basic components what you require. If you just click here and you can have all these components, basic components. So you can just, if you want resistor means just select resistor and how much amount you require, right? So you can just for it and you can place there, right? So let us change this value to 1 volt and 1 volt. So I have built my circuit. Now I want to measure this voltages and currents, right? So for this I need some meters. So where are the meters available? So if you are in this right hand side, here we are having these tools, right? So this is your multimeter and some oscilloscopes, watt meters, power meters, everything will be there. So as of now we require this. Let us take this multimeter. So if I want to measure voltage, so how we have to connect the meter across the resistor, right? So I think you are aware. So if you want to connect voltmeter, you have to connect across the branch. That means across the element. If you want to measure the current, you need to connect the meter in series with the resistor, right? So I hope you know this. So let me take one more multimeter. Right. So now we will simulate the circuit. So this is the button for to simulate. See, this is V1. So voltage across the resistor R1. So what is that value? So we know that current is 3.33 milliamp, right? So if you want to measure voltage, so just I into R1. You can just check with that. So that is 333 millivolt. Similarly, voltage across R2 and voltage across R3, right? So if you see from our the circuit, so this V is the voltage across R3. So that is this node voltage. So that node voltage what we got 0.667 volt, right? If you convert into milli, that will be this much, right? So 66.67 millivolt, right? So this is one thing. So you can use this multimeters across the elements or in series with the elements. You can measure this voltage and currents and all, right? If you want to measure current, just connect this circuit in series, So you see that. So this is the current what we have calculated. So current through R1 resistance is here 3.33 milliamp, right? So in this way, you can verify, just build the circuit. So whatever the circuit that you have taken for our example, so just build that circuit, connect the meters in proper way, then just simulate and observe what is the current. So and just verify whether whatever the results that what we have got, whether these are correct or not, right? So in this way, we can verify our node voltages and branch currents. So whatever you have calculated from the KCL, KVL equations, we are just verifying by simulating the circuit in a simulator. So this either you can calculate all these currents using meters, or otherwise so let me delete. So one is to use these meters, or otherwise directly we are having this voltage probes. So if you observe here, we are having this voltage and current probes. So VA, these are the voltage and current probes. So by using these probes, you can directly measure. So no need to have any meters and all. So directly by using this voltage and current probes, you can measure the node voltage and branch currents. Right? So this is my voltage probe. So this is my node. So place it here. Similarly, this is the current probe. We'll take one more current probe. Right. So now just simulate. So now if you observe here, so here the node voltage is 67 millivolts, and the current through R1 resistor means branch 1 current is 3.33, and current through R2 resistor is also 3.33, and current through R3 resistor is 6.67 milliamps. And one more thing, if you observe here, if I measure this current through this probe, it is showing minus 3.33. So what is the reason is, if you observe here, this arrow mark, the direction. So this is in the towards right hand side, but what is the actual current flow direction from this source? It will be coming out of this source. So we have plus value, means actual current direction is opposite, right? So that we need to take. So if you connect this current probe, what we need to see is what is the direction of this current probe. So this current direction showing by the current probe is towards right hand side, but in our calculation what we have taken is towards left side, and we got that plus value, but due to this reverse direction it is showing minus 3.33, right? So that we need to check the direction of the probe, right? So whatever the values that we have calculated in the KCL and KVL, so those have been verified. So the node voltage is 667 millivolt, and the currents are 3.33 and 6.67 milliamps, right? So like this you can verify the node voltage and branch currents for a particular circuit, right? So this is a simple example I have shown to you. Okay, so is my tab got changed? So now I have open this whiteboard tab. Hello.
Sir.
Yeah, is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Some lag. Yeah, I'm observing some lag in my mobile. Okay. Okay, fine. So I think, is there any doubt how to use this voltage and current probes to measure node voltage and branch currents? Is it clear or anything you want to know? Okay then. So I'll minimize this window. So I hope you understood how to apply this KVL and KCL to calculate the node voltages and branch currents, and how to verify using that multisim tool. Right. So I am giving one more example to you. So this, you try it. So let us make some more complexity. So let us say this is V1, this is V2, R1, R2, R3, and this is R4, right? So let us say R1 as 100, R2 is something like 200, so R3 is also 200, so, right. So this is my circuit specification, and regarding V1 and V2, you can assume any value, right? So don't take both are same, like 1 volt, 2 volt. So just choose some different kind of values. Let us say 2 volt, some like 3 volt. So just like that. Okay. So don't choose same voltage. Now what we need to calculate is this node voltage. So let us say this is V dash, and this node voltage V double dash, and one more node here. This is V triple dash, and the branch currents I1, I2, I3, and I4. Right. So if you want, you can note down this circuit and apply KCL and KVL equations, and then calculate these node voltages V dash, V double dash, and V triple dash, and the branch currents I1, I2, I3, and I4. Right. So apply both KCL and KVL, then build the circuit in multisim, then verify the values what you got through mathematical analysis and values what you got from the simulation tool, right? So this is your first basic experiment. Okay. When you can submit this one? Hello.
Before
Hello.
the next class,
Yeah. Before the
next class of the same subject.
next class.
Like we'll have next class, right, sir, on next Monday. So we'll submit before that.
Before that. So 1 week you require to solve this circuit. Huh?
No, sir.
Yeah. So by what time you submit? So like you need to have documentation, right? You have to write some aim, then what are the tools required for you. So I think you are writing for digital electronics lab, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I will share with you that format. Okay. I will mail you. What are all the contents you need to write? So while making that experiment as a record. Uh, so today is Monday. So by Thursday, is it fine? Huh? By Thursday. Yeah, and one. Tell me. Okay. And one more thing is, so don't consider the same voltages what I have given, like 2 and 3 volts. So choose different voltages, right? Then if you want to change those resistance values also, but take this circuit, whatever the circuit that I have given to you, take that circuit and voltage values and resistance values. So you can choose. So as an example, I have given R1 and R4 as 100 ohms, R2 as 200, V1, V2 as 2 and 3 volts respectively. So if you want, you can change those values, but don't take same R1 equal to R2 equal to R3. So don't take same resistance values and same voltage values. So choose some different values, then solve for node voltages and branch currents. Solve using both KCL and KVL. Build the circuit using multisim tool, then verify with you, right? So this is your first task, right? Is it clear? Anything you want to know?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Yeah. Okay. So for this circuit, you need to verify the node voltages and branch currents using KCL and KVL and verify with the tool, right? That is your first experiment. You have to submit by Thursday, right? So I will share that format with you, and if possible, I will share that Google form, right? So submit on or before Thursday, right? So any doubts up to here or anything you want to know? So if you have anything, we'll continue, or otherwise we'll wind up the session and just go through your task what I have given to you. Hello. Hello. Anything else? Then Bhunesh. Hello. Yeah, anything else? Or shall we close this? Yes. Then shall we close this session? Yeah, that I will share. That will share the content what you need to write in the PDF file, right? So upload it as a PDF, right? So just solve the circuit, how you are solving in the notes. So in the same way, you just solve that, and then okay. Anyway, I will share it to you. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. So I will clarify, right? So I will share the Google form also, right? So from there you can submit. Right? So if anything is there, I will mail or contact. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.